I'm 81 years old, and my wife died 14 months ago. Her name was Margaret. We were married for 52 years, and I wasted most of them. That's not easy to say. It's not easy to admit. But I'm too old now to keep lying to myself, and I figure if I'm going to say it out loud, I might as well say it to someone. So I'm saying it to you. Margaret's last words to me were simple. She was in the hospital bed we'd set up in the living room because she wanted to see the garden through the window. I was sitting next to her, holding her hand, and she looked at me with these tired eyes and said, "I wish you'd been there more." That was it. She didn't say it with anger. She wasn't trying to hurt me. She said it the way you'd mention the weather, like it was just a fact, like she'd accepted it a long time ago and was only now, at the very end, letting me know. I didn't say anything back. I just held her hand tighter, and about 2 hours later, she was gone. I've replayed those words every single day since. I wish you'd been there more. Not I love you. Not thank you for everything. Not it was a good life. I wish you'd been there more. And the thing is, she was right. Let me go back. I met Margaret in 1969. I was 26. She was 23. I was working at a manufacturing company doing quality control. She was a secretary at an insurance office 2 buildings over. We'd see each other at the lunch counter on the corner. I thought she was the most beautiful woman I'd ever seen, and I still think that. We got married in 1971. Small ceremony. Her parents, my parents, a few friends. We moved into a little apartment with 1 bedroom and a kitchen so small you couldn't open the refrigerator and the oven at the same time. We were happy. I remember being happy. But somewhere along the way, I started believing that happiness wasn't the point, that providing was the point, that being responsible was the point, that doing what a man was supposed to do, working hard, moving up, securing the future, that was what mattered. So I worked early mornings, I worked late nights, I took the promotions, I took the transfers, I said yes to every project and every responsibility because I thought that's what a good husband did, and Margaret never complained, not once. She raised our 2 kids mostly on her own. She handled the school meetings, the doctor visits, the homework, the birthdays. She made the house a home while I was out making a living. I told myself I was doing it for her, for them, for us. But if I'm honest, really honest, I think I was doing it for me, because work made sense. Work had clear rules. You show up, you perform, you get rewarded. It was simple. It was something I understood. Marriage wasn't like that. Kids weren't like that. Emotions weren't like that. So I avoided them, not obviously, not cruelly, just quietly, consistently, year after year. I missed things. I missed Daniel's first baseball game because of a meeting. I told myself there would be other games. There were. I missed most of those, too. I missed Rebecca's dance recital when she was 9. I remember Margaret telling me about it afterward, how Rebecca kept looking at the audience, hoping to see me. I told myself I'd make it up to her. I don't think I ever did. I missed anniversaries. I missed dinners. I missed conversations. Oh, I was in the house, but I wasn't there. I'd be reading reports at the kitchen table while Margaret talked about her day, and I'd nod along without hearing a word. She stopped telling me things eventually. I didn't notice. The years passed the way they do, fast when you're not paying attention. The kids grew up and moved out. Daniel lives in Colorado now. Rebecca's in North Carolina. They call sometimes, not often. I don't blame them. I wasn't the kind of father who built that kind of closeness. Margaret and I were alone in the house, And you'd think that would have been our chance, right? All that time we didn't have before, now we had it. But I didn't know what to do with it. I'd spent so many years defining myself by my work that when I retired, I felt lost. I picked up hobbies. I watched television. I read the news. I kept myself busy with things that didn't matter because I didn't know how to just sit with my wife and be present. Margaret would ask me to go for walks. I'd say maybe later. She'd suggest we take a trip somewhere. I'd say we'd do it next year. She wanted to plant a garden together. I told her I wasn't good with plants. She did it herself. She made it beautiful. I'd look at it through the window sometimes and think, I should go out there with her. I never did. Then she got sick. It started with tiredness, then weight loss, then the diagnosis. Pancreatic cancer. Stage 4. The doctor said we had months, not years, maybe 6, maybe less. And I remember sitting in that office, holding Margaret's hand, and feeling like the ground had disappeared beneath me, like I was falling and there was nothing to grab onto. We drove home in silence. That night I sat on the edge of the bed and cried for the first time in decades. Margaret held me. She comforted me. Even then, even facing her own death, she was the one taking care of me. I told her I was sorry. I told her I should have been better. I told her all the things I should have said years ago. She just stroked my hair and said, I know. Those last 4 months I was there. I was finally there. I sat with her every day. I held her hand. I watched old movies with her. I listened to her talk about her childhood, her parents, her dreams, things I'd never asked about, things I should have known decades ago. She told me she'd always wanted to go to Ireland. Her grandmother was from County Cork. She'd talked about it when we were young, and I'd said we'd go someday. We never went. I told her I was sorry about that too. She smiled and said, It's all right. I've had a good life. But I could see it in her eyes. The sadness she never spoke. The loneliness she carried quietly all those years while I was busy being busy. After she died, I found a box in her closet. Letters, dozens of them, all addressed to me. She'd never sent them, never even mentioned them. They went back 40 years. In them, she wrote about how much she missed me, how she wished I'd come home earlier, how she wished I'd ask about her day and actually listen, how she felt invisible sometimes, even in her own home. One letter from 1986 said, I wonder if you know how much I love you. I wonder if you know how much I wish you were here, really here, with me. I don't think you do. I sat on the floor of that closet and read every single one. I wish I could tell you there's a way to fix it, that I found peace or closure or some kind of redemption, but I didn't. Margaret is gone. That time is gone. I can't get it back. I sit in this house alone now. I look at her garden through the window. The flowers she planted are still there, though I don't take care of them like she did. Some of them have died. I don't have the heart to replace them. I eat dinner by myself. I watch the news by myself. I go to bed by myself. And every night, before I close my eyes, I hear her voice. I wish you'd been there more. I'm not telling you this to make you feel sorry for me. I'm telling you because I don't want you to be me. If you have someone, a wife, a husband, a partner, a child, a friend, and you've been putting them off, telling yourself there's more time, there isn't. There's only now. There's only today. The meeting can wait. The email can wait. The promotion, the project, the next big thing, it can all wait. But the people you love, they won't wait forever. And one day you'll look up and they will be gone. or you'll be gone, and all those things you thought mattered won't matter at all. What'll matter is whether you were there, really there. I'm 81 years old. I have a few years left, maybe less. I don't know. What I know is that I had 52 years with the woman I loved, and I spent most of them somewhere else. Not physically, but in every way that counts. She deserved better, and now all I can do is sit here, alone, and hope that someone hears this and makes a different choice. That's all.